I am Dr. S. Amuda, Assistant Professor in the Department of Artificial Intelligence and Data Science from Dr. S.N.S. Rajalakshmi College of Arts and Science. Today, now we will discuss about the concept Python variables. Normally, a variable is used for to store a value with a different type of values. It is like a small container. A variable is a small container, that container to store similarly to store a content. It's all type of programming languages. There is, for example, C, C++, Java, and Python. Everything it will be considering as a variable for to store values. Now, if you're creating a variable with based on the data types in other languages, but your Python there is no data type directly to create a variable and assign a value. It is dynamic assign a value. There is no code to specify the data types of particular variables. A variable is created once assign a value. That is, once last you assign a value to consider and print values in your Python. The next one is every variable having a naming rules. The naming variable rule is the name, it starts with a letter, and for or otherwise you starts with a underscore. For example, age or underscore age, it is a name, that is beginning with a letter and beginning with underscore. Age is a variable. Similarly, a letter followed by a number is also accepted and underscore is also accepted. After that, it is very case sensitive. For example, age, A is capital letter, and another variable age, all letter should be a small letter. Both are as sensitive. And in this example, student underscore name, comma, underscore age, comma, mark 1. Student underscore name is a valid statement. Start underscore age is also valid. Because of the two variable in between they using underscore is a valid statement in your Python. Underscore age is a beginning with your underscore is also accepted in your Python. Marks 1, the letter followed by a number is also accepted. And for example, an invalid statement is first underscore name. The cannot beginning with a number. This is also for rules followed in your Python. At age, at symbol, it is not supported in your Python. And my space age, your space also it's not accepted. These are all the naming rules. They're based on that naming rules for to assign a values based on the data types. Here there is dynamically to identify the data types of a variable. It's depend on the values. The common data types are integer, float, and text and boolean. And for example, integer is a int, float it's a decimal number, and str is a text, and boolean is a true or false. Boolean is represent either true or false, means it's true equal to 1, false equal to 0. Normally the integer is whole number and decimal number is a whole number followed by a decimal point and then continue a fraction part is a decimal number. And for example, x equal to 5, y equal to John. X is a variable and y is also a variable. Equal to is the assigning operator. With help of your assigning operator to assign a value to a variable. That is 5 assigned to a x. 5 is an integer variable. Y equal to John. John is a string. Within double quotation, you specify as a John. John as a string. Now, indirectly, they identify x as a integer and y is a John. Print is a statement in your Python to display a content. Print x, print y. Now, the output of the above code is 5 and John. And another example, all the type, that is integer, float, string, boolean, that is age equal to 20, age is a variable, 20 is a value. Price equal to 19.99, 99 is a whole number, dot is a decimal point, and 99 is a fractional part, that is a floating number. Name equal to, within double quotation you specified as any group of character, that is called as a string. Is underscore active is a variable equal to true. Now it's a boolean value is assigned, that is indirectly is active as it's equal to 1. Dynamic typing in Python, there is no need to declare as a data type, it is called as a dynamic typing. That is the C and C++, Java, you declaring a variable means, for example, int a equal to 10. Now the int is the data type, you specifying the data type to allocating a memory spaces for an integer variable, and that after that assigning a values. But your Python, there is no need to specify the data type based on the value to assign a data types and allocating a memory spaces. For example 2, x equal to 4, that is x is a integer variable and assigned to x. Again x equal to Sally. I am already mentioning that the last initialized value to consider as a assigning a values. Now print x, that is output is Sally. Now the x equal to 4 is overwritten by a Sally. First it's considered as an integer, second considered as a character. Now finally your output is Sally. Casting. Its casting means converting a one data type to the another data type. To specify one data type followed by a variable, converting another data type is called as a casting. For example, x equal to str of 3, that is 3 converted to string, based on that your value, and y equal to int 3 because of the 3 converted to integer, and z equal to float of 3, the 3 converted to a floating number, that is 3.0. This is the output of the program. Is it clear? There's a casting is converting a one data type to another data type. Getting the type. How to identify the type in the output statements with help of a get, that is type. Get the type of variable as using the type function. For example, x equal to 5, y equal to John. Now how to identify the type of the variable x and y means using a display statement, print of type of x. Now x is 5, the type, the function to retrieve the dynamic data types. Now its display class is int. Again the second statement, print type of y. The y is a string variable and initialized to the your print function. Now display str. The output is class int, class str. The first one is integer variable and second one is a string variable. Variable scope. The two scope is available. The scope means the lifetime of the variable in your program. It is considered in a two-way. One is a local, another one is a global variable. Local is a inside a function, global is a outside of a function. For example, def my underscore function of colon. This is function definition. My underscore func is a my underscore function is a function name. Followed by x equal to 10 inside a function specified as a local. X equal to 20 is the outside of a function, it is considered as a global. That 10 is only valid inside the my function, but 20 is throughout the program is valid. That is the life. It's a valid scope. Contain constants in Python. For example, pi equal to 3.14. Max underscore users equal to 100. If you want to creating a constant, the variable name, it should be all as capital letter. Pi equal to 3.14. It's automatically, it is considered as a constant. Max underscore users equal to 100. It is considered as constant. Because of max underscore user, that variable should be a uppercase letter. Thank you.